So let's begin our meditation today by bringing our attention, our awareness fully to this present moment. It's a conscious decision that regardless of what may be happening all around us, that we, for this moment, come fully present in the now. And noticing what is that experience of being in the now. Even if it's just very briefly, what is it like to be fully present? Now we shift our energy to our physical body, scanning the body from head to toe. And just again, noticing what is happening within the body itself. Do you find disturbance, tension, tightness of any description anywhere in the body? And again, we're just paying attention, noticing what's happening. If you do find disturbance or tension, tightness, bring awareness into that. Rather than pushing it away, bring your attention, your awareness into that, whatever is happening. And now consciously relaxing the energy throughout your body. Again, starting with your head, letting that relaxed energy flow all the way to the tips of your fingers, the bottom of your feet, all the way through your body. And letting go and releasing wherever possible. And now just for a few moments, let's bring our awareness to our breathing. We'll breathe together for 5 counts. On each count, breathing in and out. In through your nose and out through your mouth, if that is comfortable and possible. At the top of the in-breath, we will hold for a moment, and then breathing out slowly with full awareness on the breath. Let's begin. Breathing in together to the count of 1. Breathing in. Holding that breath. And breathing out. And relax. Full awareness on our breath. Breathing in together to the count of 2. Holding the breath. And breathing out. And relax. Full awareness on the breath as we breathe in together to the count of 3. Breathing in. Holding the breath. Breathing out slowly. Relaxing deeply now. Consciously slowing down our breathing now to the count of 4. Breathing in. Holding breath. Breathing out slowly. Relaxing deeply. And breathing into the count of 5. Hold the breath. And breathe out. Relaxing deeply. And noticing the relaxation. Now bringing attention awareness within, going behind, beyond the thinking mind to the seat of awareness. It is quiet, it is peaceful, calm, perfectly still. And abiding in that stillness, resting in stillness, experiencing from there the remainder of our meditation. We begin by bringing our attention, our awareness to the important interaction between energy flow and blockages. The energy is trying to come up, but it cannot because of stored, unfinished patterns from the past. You may have noticed that before. How these past impressions determine your preferences in life today. How if somebody manages to stimulate a negative past impression, you won't like that person. If somehow they manage to stimulate a positive impression, it could be love at first sight. Mickey Singer reminds us that it is dangerous to live this way. You're not in charge of your life, your past impressions are. As we work on ourselves, we come to a time when you fully understand your heart. When you let go of enough blocked energy, you begin to experience so much energy flowing inside that you understand what the Bible means by out of his heart will flow rivers of living water. How there will be a constant upflow of energy coursing through your entire system. When you get really open, it will flow out through various energy centers, your heart, the point between your eyebrows, the palms of your hands. You become a being of light, a being of energy. That is what happens when the energy is free to flow, not obstructed by personal blockages. Allowing us to understand why your heart opens and closes in different situations. The state of your heart is dependent upon what samskaras are being activated at any given time. Whenever you place an object, an obstacle in the energy flow, it creates a disturbance in the flow. These disturbances that you experience are called emotions. Imagine for a moment that you feel very open and you're feeling a flow of love going through your heart. Then the other person, your lover, says something that you take offense to and you resist. Your heart no longer feels love. It may feel anger, fear, or jealousy. Notice how these energy patterns are a direct result of you shoving a blockage into your heart's energy flow. All emotions are the same energy manifesting differently depending on the nature of the blockage being hit. Notice how we give names to these disturbances. The more blockages there are, the more complicated the disturbances will become. Eventually, the disturbances hit each other and create very complex patterns of energy. Mickey reminds us something we already know. This is what it's like to live inside ourselves. Emotions are so powerful and often complex. How you can have a love-hate relationship because the patterns inside can generate different energy flows at different times. Whatever samskara is most activated at any given time will determine what is affecting your energy flow the most. leaving us as very complex creatures to predict. And that is why, at some point, enough samskaras can be shoved into the heart that you become totally blocked, exhausted, tired, completely uninspired. Your natural uplifting energy flow stops supporting you. This is how powerful these samskaras are, how they totally can run our lives. Mickey Singer reminds us that your energy is always trying to flow. Always. The only reason it can't is because it's blocked. In the same way that a dammed up river, the flow tries to find a way around the blockages. To the extent that some energy can navigate around the blockage, you will feel some strength. However, that energy flow is conditioned by its ability to continue flowing that way. If something happens that stimulates another store blockage, the energy flow will be affected accordingly. That's why we have so many moods, mood swings. They cannot be trusted to remain steady in their behavior. By the time the energy flow manages to find a pathway around all of that stuff we have stored, we can become very narrow-minded about how the world needs to be to support that flow. Our entire personality, with its likes and dislikes, is simply the expression of the pathway the energy managed to find. Our ability to love, to feel joy, inspiration, is determined by how much energy makes it through the blockages. Why your heart is so sensitive. Depending on how well the energy can navigate around these blockages, your heart will either open or close. Mickey Singer reminds us to really pay attention to this. Otherwise, you're going to let the opening and closing of your heart run your entire life. If you're talking to someone and they start discussing a subject that you have blockages about, your heart may start to close. If your reaction is to walk away and avoid that person in the future, those blockages are now running your life. In the same way, if someone starts talking to you about a subject that opens you up, all of a sudden they become your best friend and you want to hang out with them even more. Mickey reminds us that allowing this opening and closing of your heart to run your life is not spiritual. You are simply not being true to yourself. You are being true to your blockages. And that's all that your psyche is. He reminds us again, your psyche is the net result of all of your blockages and how the energy managed to flow through them. As the fluctuations in energy flow cause your heart to change, your thoughts change. You can end up feeling very lost in there. Storage blockages dominate your life. That is no way to live. Find yourself going around in circles. No real purpose, no direction, other than to minimize the suffering. and get a periodic rush of energy once in a while. The great reminder, these samskaras are from your past. They are things that happened to you in your past that were difficult or you were unable to handle. Now they are determining your present, and they will determine your future if we allow. Mickey reminds us that this is something very important to contemplate. Stored patterns are going to determine where you go, what inspires you, who you marry, and whether or not you get divorced. The truth is, you are not determining your own path through life, they are. He reminds us, until you get very centered in witness consciousness, you're going to follow your thoughts and emotions. And they are determined, thoughts and emotions are, by your samskaras. We have all been there. All that has to happen is for the energy patterns flowing through the heart to shift, and everything changes. Next thing you know, you're leaving your job, you're leaving your spouse, you're leaving your friends. Those stored patterns are the result of you not being mature enough to handle the passing events of your life. Those patterns became caught, stuck in you, and are now determining your energy flow and your perception, your entire perception of life. Understanding the effects of these blockages explain why it's so difficult to make personal decisions. Trying to see how one choice or the other will make you feel. Should I marry this person? Should I wait until I establish my career? Etc., etc. Using these thoughts to see how the different choices shift the flow of your energy through your blockages. There are so many conflicting blockages in there that what to do is not clear at all. You're consulting your inner mess and expecting a clear response, all the while noticing that these thoughts and emotions keep shifting. The most important question is not what to do about this. It is who is noticing all of this. The same consciousness is aware of this entire process going on inside. There may be many, many samskaras in there, but there are not many of you in there. There is one consciousness watching all of these competing patterns and identifying with them. When you become the single witness watching all these different things pass by inside you, you are centered. You are clear. You are free. When we don't sit in the seat of the witness, our sense of being is split among all these diverse patterns, and things become confusing. It's as though each path the energy takes through your field of samskaras creates a slightly different personality. Notice how at times in your life, you've been one person around this friend, another person around somebody else. You may even have different dialogues going on when you're around different people. Mickey gives us the example. Contemplate, look at what happens when you go to your childhood home or to a school reunion. Those surroundings simply stimulate past samskaras, and you begin to think and feel the way you're used to in that environment. In this state, we struggle to find ourselves. We feel we have to choose which of these personalities is really us. The true answer is none of them are. None of your thoughts are more you than any other thought. You are the one who is experiencing the thoughts. There's not a single thing about those shifting energy patterns that is you. It is difficult knowing what to do when all that inner commotion is going on. Again, Mickey Singer tells us the only lasting solution is to realize it is the same you noticing all of it. You are the one who is aware that your thoughts and emotions are shifting. It happens all the time. Relax and be the one who notices. Relax and be the one who notices. Be the one who sees the many. This is the pathway to freedom, to self-realization. To realize that it is the same you that is noticing everything. You are the one who is aware that your thoughts and emotions are shifting, moving. To reiterate, to contemplate one more time, just relax and be that one who you are, the one who notices. Now let's take a few moments to contemplate and regroup this meditation in silence. And now bringing your attention awareness back to your physical body, the chair that you're seated in, the room that you're in, noticing any sounds that may be present. And when you feel ready, gently opening your eyes, coming back, awake, aware, and fully present.